Today I'm going to talk to you about warming up, and then another topic. I have a couple exercises that I usually do. By playing the major scales is one, okay? Don't get this mixed up with the five fingerings, okay? Two different things. Notice they're all even, and I'm not trying to swing it. Okay, then I'll pick another position. Another way that I do them. Horizontal. I'm not going to give you names because you guys fuck them all up. I'm kidding. More. Okay. That's one way. Okay. Or I could do, some days I'll do the five fingerings. These are all C. Even eighths, then I go to the next key. Okay, it also makes your hands stronger, okay, and increases your concentration. Okay, now the next thing is, there's a guy, I'm going to mispronounce his first name. I don't want to say his whole name. It's spelled R-O-M-E. I would call him Rome. He's one of my biggest donators, and he had such a good idea. And let me see if I can actually find it. Give me a second here. That I am going to do it. Okay. Here's what it is. Question 1. Since the relative major and relative minor share the same key signature, how do you think about an approach playing in a relative minor key? Okay, the question goes on. For example, how do you do Day in the Life of a Fool, Black Orpheus? If you have a dominant chord that is not diatonic to the key signature, what do you think about when playing over the dominant chord? Okay. And I think that's, just two questions. And I want to give them a really good answer. And so I'm going to make a backing track. I have to figure out how to do it. But the chords would be, for example, 2-5 in a minor key. If I'm going to stay in the key of C, it would be B minor 7 flat 5, E7 to A minor. note chords. You play A minor 6, A minor 7. Okay. E7. A minor. So the first chord. So if I have the chords A minor, B minor 7 flat 5, E7, that's the 2 5 in a minor, okay? So it's a C scale. Now this E7, if I want to make that obvious that it's E7, just land on that note. Or I could play an arpeggio. That's a diminished arpeggio off the third of the dominant. Okay? So when the diatonic dominants, they're non-diatonic. I think what he means is like, okay, a D7 in a key of C. Okay? I could think G. What's the difference between C and G? One note, F sharp. So I don't really switch my head into the key of G. I just play a C scale and make all the F's F sharps. Okay, like that. Then to D7, G7. So in other words, and there's tunes like that. I could arpeggiate them. Like that. Good sounding guitar. I'm liking this guitar more and more each day. All right, so I have to figure out how to make. I know how to make the backing track, but I have to play it. Maybe I need two computers. Make the backing track on one, and film it on this one. I think I can do it. It's going to take some time. You have to really hear the backing track to really get what's going on. And ward off some obvious questions here. Scales versus 5 fingerings. The 5 fingerings are pictures. Why am I warming up with scales? Because to play every instrument, whether you play the violin, the viola, the oboe, bassoon, flute, whatever, you practice scales because the music that you're going to read, in even in jazz too, the music that's required to read, the composers use those tools, scales. That's how they compose. Okay. So that's why the viola player practices it, or the oboe player. The music that he's going to have to read in the orchestral repertoire are written by composers who use those tools to generate musical ideas and thoughts. Okay, and I think I confused myself.